here in sport as both teams made their way out of the guys are ready to. And the Washington football team. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get
for 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he...
We ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there.
What's up, Burns? PSN is down. RIP.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Block off of play action. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
The 38-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football.
That's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Remember, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Latavius Murray. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Cowboys 0. Austin McGinnis set to kick off.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
A 2-yard gain.
Second and 16.
Second down at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Taken right around the 44. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10.
The 48-yard line.
Play action. Now it's locked. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Drew Lock, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 22. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
First down, Dallas.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys, nothing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hurts. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Complete to David.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Ball carrier. Dorian O'Daniel on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. His pass caught at the 4.
Hurts pass.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
To number 87.
From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Lining up
So we the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
13-yard line.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
Field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down, Cowboys.
On first down, Hurts. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
30 on the carry. Darren Lee on the tackle.
Throwing is Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Locke working out of the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. That one good for 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Austin McGinnis set to kick off.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Patterson on the carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A gain of 15. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll take over.
After the turnover, here's Locke.
The 17-yard line.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
26, Miles.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target,
but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. They'll run on first down. Patterson, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Cordero Patterson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
On the carry.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 30.
Give him 30 yards there. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. This one complete to Scott Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28. Cowboys 21.
So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up third and
on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. To throw his lock. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Tonight's finals, Washington 28.
But, Charles, a one-score game down to the end.